Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Radium and today I have a very special new video for you, where today I'm going to be doing a mod review of some sorts of the brand new clicker class in Terraria modded community. This is a very cool concept for a mod which adds an entirely new class based around how fast you can click, and I thought that sounded incredibly cool to me. I really don't know much about it, but I'm going to try and tell you absolutely everything you need to know about this small mod. And I believe it's from the same people who made the Thorium mod, which is really interesting. Obviously, I've got my vanity set here, which is really cool. And honestly, this should just be a really cool little, half playthrough, I guess, because it's not going to be an entire playthrough. But it's going to show the best parts of this mod, and I'll kind of explain what I'm doing and how this mod operates. Okay, I believe I can make my first weapon already. Actually, if I go to the workbench, I can make a wooden clicker. There we go. And what this does is allows you to just click as an attack, which is just incredibly cool. You can literally just click and it'll do damage for you. So this one is obviously very weak, but this will definitely do as a good weapon for the time being. I'm using my scroll wheel click because I have a mouse with an adjustable scroll wheel. And so it's a little bit stronger than maybe it should be, but still, this is just such an incredibly cool idea. The most important thing to know about this weapon is that, well, in terms of the entire class, is that each of these weapons has a clicking radius. This is the circle you see around you whilst you click, and you cannot fire or attack outside of that radius. So that's really all there is to it. It's not too complex, but it's something to take into account for sure. One thing I'd say is that the class seems so good for early game. Like this, honestly, I'd compare to using a mini shark because it's so rapid and it just kills enemies super easily. I don't know what kind of weapons you can make from the clicker class, but I'm going to be gathering every sort of material to let you know what you can make these weapons out of. Just having a look at the class, it doesn't have the best knockback as well, but the DPS is just absolutely insane for early game. Like, you can get this weapon for 10 pieces of wood, and it's already holding back antlions, which is absolutely insane. And I believe you can make these weapons out of any of the basic ores, so I'm even going to bother grabbing copper, just as it might have a new utility for myself. Okay, so I spent a very respectable amount of time spelunking there, and now I can craft myself some different bars, so I'm excited to see if there's any weapons I can make from these. I'm hoping that's the case, because I believe there is like a silver clicker, a platinum clicker, like all of those different ones. There we go. We can already make the silver one, but we got a really bad one, I think. But, you know, it's probably going to be better than the wooden one regardless. That's pretty nice. Alright, so I think it's a good idea to see how the clicker class does in action. So let's just summon the King Slime and just see how it does. So this is either going to be really easy or really hard, and wow. Okay, so the only issue I'm seeing is that you have to stay close to the boss. But the damage, on the other hand, is not a problem at all. It's really good DPS, like, absolutely insane. And once the boss is moving fast, then we can kind of do it with less worry. But Jesus. This is, by the way, a weapon you can get by mining a little bit of silver. And there we go. That's insane. This weapon also kills multiple enemies at once, so as long as you're clicking, it'll do damage in the spot you click, which is a very cool way of doing it in my opinion. Makes it kind of viable for crowd control, despite how hard it is to control. Okay guys, I kind of wanted to see how this weapon would do in a slightly different kind of environment, so let's try the Brain of Cthulhu. This is going to be one that's either going to go really well or really badly. But I believe the click should just hold the enemies back quite well. As long as... oh no, there's so many enemies, but like this would be doing well, given the right scenario, I think. This might be one of its weaker points though, but I can't confirm yet. Not enough has happened. And there we go, that was interesting to say the least. And that fight was kind of awkward because the amount of enemies that spawned, but overall, this weapon has some amazing advantages in bosses like that, but also some big setbacks. Like it being kind of difficult to target the enemy sometimes. But overall, that was a relatively good and fun fight. I'm happy because now we get to first of all create a Crimson and Corrupt altar for our base using low AFK, but we also get the Sinister Clicker, which obviously I'm going to get a new one, and a new one, and oh my god, and a new one, and a new one! Okay, well, that's fun, but we can get ourselves, additionally, a Deathbringer Pickaxe, which is fun, and then an entire armor set. So this is a big upgrade for us. It's going to help us do more damage, and overall, we're just going to do better. Since I'm kind of interested in how it would go, I've decided I'm going to do a Goblin Army to see how this weapon deals with crowd control. Or crowd control, sorry, I can't speak, but it'll give us, like, a brief idea of how these weapons function in those kinds of situations. It does seem amazing in terms of DPS and single target. Kind of lags behind when there's multiple enemies to take care of. But I'm sure it'll be an interesting test no matter the result. And there we go, Goblin Army defeated. That did not take too long, but a weapon like the Water Bolt, the Book of Skulls, just anything with Pierce could have done it significantly better. But overall, wasn't bad. Okay guys, I believe it to be a good time to try out the Eye of Cthulhu, Skeletron, and the Queen Bee. Which I'll do, like, next to each other, I guess. Let's just see how it does in the Eye of Cthulhu for a start, and oh my god. This weapon absolutely destroys the boss. And everything else is annihilated as it comes out, which is really, really cool. I'm excited to see how it does on Skeletron, though. I feel like that's a better test than this one. Oh god. And obviously the Shield of Cthulhu is an accessory that might actually help this class a good amount. And, I mean, yeah, we're pretty much done. This is the only difficult bit, because it's kind of hard to track the boss, but still, I'm relatively okay at tracking, so it's not too difficult. And, I mean, yeah, there we go. Well, there we go. And Unlimited Merchant Killer, it's not useful, but, I mean, Shield of Cthulhu is a bang, must have. And I guess now it's time to fight Skeletron, screw it. And there we go, that was not my proudest fight, but I mean, we did do it, so that's something to cling on to, I guess. Overall, it was a pretty fun battle, and now we have the Skeletron hand grappling hook. I guess it's time to move on to the Queen Bee. Okay, Queen Bee's on the cusps now, and there we go, that was a fun little fight. One thing I found out about this thing is I think this weapon ignores invincibility frames, which is, you know, a cool concept for a weapon. Now we have the Bee-Wax, which, you know, is very cool. We could actually make a clicking weapon for that, which I'll definitely be checking out since it's better than this. Okay, now that we've done all of that, I guess there's no better thing to do than give the Wall of Flesh a go. I really think that this weapon might have a slight struggle against him, but we also need to gather Hellstone, which is a process in itself, and it'll be fun. But something we definitely do still need to do. After a couple more failed attempts, just because of lack of DPS and not being able to reach the boss, I've gotten a couple new items and changed my loadout a bit. So I've got the Frostbark Boots, obvious choice, Obsidian Shield for knockback, negation. The Gamer Crate, which is a very strange accessory from this mod, but it has a bunch of items combined, and it's really, really good. It has a bunch of bonuses for the Clicker class as well. So this is a must-have in my opinion. Then the Green Horseshoe Balloon, just because it's a good mobility accessory. All of these are reforged the warding, and I've also obtained pretty much every buff I can possibly have, just to give me the absolute maximum edge I can have on these guys. And overall, the Wall of Flesh I believe to be doable now. And there we go, that was very, very fun. I have no idea why I said but I mean, that was a very, very fun fight to do. Jesus Christ. And, we got a clicker emblem, which means 15% increased clicker damage. That's a must-have for me, I think. And I'm probably going to get rid of that for it. So that's a pretty good start to hard mode. I really honestly don't know what to do here. I've never played this mod before. But I guess I should go the regular route of just hard mode progression for the time being, and see where we end up. In truth, I initially thought that this was going to be a horrible grind, But thanks to AFK, getting these materials like the hard mode ores is incredibly easy. So I can upgrade straight to Palladium and go looking for Mithril. This is something I'm not really going to show you now, but you'll get to see me when I get an abundance of titanium, so that's pretty much the best part of the entire process. Okay, there's the Mithril Pickaxe done, and now it's time to farm for titanium. Okay, now I have a very good amount of titanium. It's time to see whether we can make a good armor set, and most importantly, a new weapon, so 90 is very respectable. There we go, titanium clicker, we got a disconnected one, we got a laggy one, we got a pro, which is a pretty good one. I'll probably take it over that, and that'll do for the time being. I might grind out for a better one eventually, but I still have enough bars for the set, so I'm going to make that now. And I don't know if there's like a clicker exclusive armor set. I think this is all I can really do for now, so I'm just going to go with the set bonus that gives the highest damage. Okay guys, I missed a couple of little things out unfortunately, but nothing too significant. So I'm using the minecart platform builder to do that. And I got myself a pair of frozen wings, because, you know, as you do. So I reckon now's as good as time, well, as good as time as ever, to try a mechanical boss, just to see how this, like, functions, I guess. And I feel like it's going to be really interesting, because the titanium clicker is a really cool effect. So let's just see if we can do some of these fights. Starting off with Skeletron Prime. Okay guys, can we just talk about this DPS for a moment? Jesus Christ. Let's see how it does on the twins as well. This is what I'm actually intrigued on. And oh my goodness. Okay, so with the right loadout, this is super overpowered. Let's keep him in frame, try and kill Spasmatism pretty much before he's even entered the next phase. Which is again just ridiculous. Retinase is on the cusps already. I mean Spasmatism, sorry. Yep, he's dead. Now I'm guessing we can almost just sit here and do the damage like this. But this is so overpowered. And I'm kind of excited to see what it does to the Destroyer now. I'm leaving this part uncut, honestly. Because it's just so interesting. Okay, let's see. Go at me. And oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's not as OP as I thought it was going to be, but still pretty insane. Jesus Christ, these weapons are so good. And it's killing, like, all the probes before they even get a chance to breathe. Which is, again, absolutely incredible. These are honestly the easiest lot of mech bosses I've ever done. And this is with a full tank loadout, so that's just unreal, honestly. Absolutely unreal. Okay, so I'm going to make myself a pickaxe axe, obviously enough. It's amazing, but now I get to spend the rest of my points trying to get a good reforge on Arthur's clicker, which is, by the looks of things, the clicker I'm going to be using from here on out. Laggy, Pro. We want Elite. There we go. And yeah, this is just going to be amazing, I'm guessing. Although the titanium one was pretty sick, so I might honestly keep it. Like, just as like a backup. Okay, guys, now's a better time than ever to do Plantera. Don't ask. I'm using mod spawners to get these items in, which is kind of cool. And let's just see how it does. I don't know how this weapon's going to do, and Jesus Christ, it's strong. Let's see how the titanium one does. Okay, so titanium's actually amazing. This seems like the best option. I don't know how good adamantite would be, like its counterpart, but I'd guess it would be pretty good as well. Maybe hallowed would be better in those kind of worlds, but this is just so powerful. Honestly, I couldn't think of really any weapons that would top this in terms of vanilla. Like, this is pretty much, well, apart from like the accessories and 100% vanilla loadout, and this weapon is just that strong, which is just, I can't even comprehend it at this stage. But next up we do have Gollum, which will be a fun fight for sure. We'll just empty the hall and we'll give it a go. Okay, I guess let's give Gollum a go as well, just because we might as well. The clicks seem to be doing good damage. If I target the fists, they get pretty much instantly destroyed as well. So does the head. This is just amazing. I love these weapons so much. Not just because they're OP, but they're super fun to use. And there's so much customization depending on like your click speed and like just the way you want to play. So realistically, you can make this class like as difficult or as strong as you want. Because you could do like a challenge where you have to like click once every second or so, which would make it infinitely more difficult. No idea why you would do that, but it's a possibility. And there you go. that was something. Now, obviously, with access to beetle armor, but I believe there's actually a clicker I can make from these lizard fragments. Yeah, this one. And it does look pretty good, so I'm going to farm that out quickly and try to get it. Okay, let's make this thing, the lizard clicker, and we got an elite one first try. I'm just going to retire the hallowed or Arthur's clicker instantly, just because I don't see the point in it too much. And this one does a really cool effect, actually. That looks much better than the other thing, and we might as well give it a test run straight away on Gollum again. So let's just do this. This might be better, might be worse, but it does make the game lag, and holy Jesus. Okay, this thing is better. Oh no. Well, we have a new strongest weapon at least, so the titanium is no longer the best, sadly. Might have its uses still, so... Nah, this is ridiculous. This class is just so much more powerful than it has any right to be. Okay, I guess now there's no time like the present to give Duke Fisher a go. This will be an interesting fight for sure. And that was very, very quick as well. Jesus Christ, that was fun. Now we're obviously going to do the regular farming out I do to get the fish on wings, so I will be back shortly. And Jesus Christ, this class is so powerful. Oh, we got fish on wings third try. That is a very nice way of getting them. And nothing else is useful to me at all, so we're just going to do that. And I guess with that done, it's time to move on to the celestial events. That was quick, wasn't it? You know, I do wonder whether it's possible to just absolutely tank the lunatic cultist. Let's just do this for a start. And let's just see. I'm very, very intrigued to see whether this is possible. Yeah, this is possible. Oh god, he does a lot of damage. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, this is so overpowered. I genuinely have no idea how to describe how strong this is. But trust me, this is just insanity. The titanium clicker is still a viable weapon at this stage. Okay, the vortex pillar is about to go down, which is a sign of relief, and in a moment we get ourselves, well, we're going to be getting ourselves a celestial mice weapon, which, you know, is pretty cool. I really don't know how strong this is going to be, but I've only got 8 fragments from that one, which is kind of mean. Let's just check the 2 options again, and like what they do. So the mice clicker or the astral clicker, we get spiral or collision. I'm going to go with collision. And, oh yeah, I think I chose correct. I think I chose correct, judging by that. But unfortunately, we did get a disconnected one, so I'm going to have to reforge it real quick. Okay, guys, I went through the celestial events one more time, just reset and deliberately just, like, left when the Moonlord came. So I can show you the other option. It kind of shoots this, like, vortex-style thing. And I'm guessing it'll shoot something out, maybe? Looks pretty cool, but I'm, by the looks of things, going to be maining the mice clicker, which is this one. Just because it kind of suits my fancy a bit more, I guess. Okay, guys, we're approaching the end of this pillar. It's literally just destroying it, and then we're good to fight the Moonlord. Which, you know, is kind of wild. I wasn't expecting to make it here this fast, but there we go. And there you have it, a successful attempt against the Moonlord using the clicker class. And oh my god, that was such a fun fight. Honestly, and we got the clicker, which is the final clicking weapon in the game, I guess. Looks very cool. The click is the only ability. But, you know, that's very, very cool. I guess I'll try, like, I just want to test these out. And we got the Lord's Clicker as well. Didn't spot that one, but I'm happy we have both of these now. I'm sure that these serve as, like, absolutely amazing weapons. And, honestly, I know that this was a very different video to what I'd normally do. Well, maybe not too different, just rushing everything. But it was still incredibly fun to do. And I'm so happy we ended up doing this. This is honestly just such a fun little mod. If you want to try a class-specific playthrough or just spice up your vanilla experience just the tiniest bit, I'd heavily recommend checking this mod out. It's such good fun. But with that said, I have to say thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I will see all of you in the next one. Peace out, guys.